The message came through the stars on an open frequency, arrogant, mocking, and cold. To the people of Earth, it said, translated from the guttural tones of the Zorth Dominion's tongue. Your worlds will burn. Your resistance will be erased. You were never meant to reach the stars. It played only once on every human comm relay across the Sol Federation. Then it cut to a live feed. The destruction of Arden Prime, a peaceful colony of 10 million souls. Flames, screams, silence. It wasn't war. It was an execution. The Zorth called it a warning. Humanity called it something else. An awakening. For centuries, humanity had fought to prove itself among the stars. Diplomatic, cautious, always showing restraint. Earth had earned its place in the Galactic Council through reason and unity. But that broadcast shattered the illusion of peace. The Zorth believed humanity soft, civilized, bound by treaties. They had forgotten one thing. Humanity was once very, very good at war. High Marshal Adrian Cole stood before the Terran Assembly that night. Her voice was calm, but her eyes burned. We did not start this, she said, but we will end it. Across Earth and her colonies, conscription was not needed. Volunteers flooded recruitment centers. Factories that had once built exploration ships switched overnight to war cruisers. AI-guided dreadnoughts were pulled from deep storage. Old flags were raised. Old oaths were remembered. One message echoed across every human world. They wanted a response. Give them extinction. The first human retaliation came just 6 days after Arden Prime fell. The Zorth fleet in orbit over Venery 4 was targeted by Blackout Protocol, a weapon not used in over 200 years. A stealth satellite activated, disabling every Zorth ship's neural interface. The ships dropped from orbit like stones. The colony was liberated in under 10 minutes. But that was just the beginning. The humans didn't march in formation. They struck from nowhere. Ships with no signatures appeared inside Zorth space and unleashed devastation. Biological weapons tailored to Zorth DNA. Cyber warfare that turned their defense grids against themselves. Precision orbital strikes that left military targets in craters, but didn't touch a single civilian dwelling. The message was clear. We are not monsters, but we remember how to become them. Zorth High Commander Krextal watched in disbelief as star system after star system fell. Not through brute force but with surgical brutality. Entire fleets vanished without a trace. Outposts found their own machines turning on them. Entire worlds went dark. No survivors, no battles, only silence. Then came the second broadcast from Earth. Marshal Cole stood in front of a battlefield scarred with the remains of a defeated Zorth force. You chose genocide, she said. We chose justice. You burned 10 million lives. We will not forget. We will not stop. Not until the last Zorth weapon is dust. For the first time in history, the Zorth Dominion begged for peace. But humanity had heard their message. And something ancient had stirred within them. The war ended not with a treaty, but with a reckoning. Zorth leaders were tried by a multi-species tribunal. Survivors of Arden Prime watched as those responsible were sentenced to drift in space, alone and conscious, for eternity. The ruins of the Dominion now stand as memorials, left untouched. Not out of mercy but as warnings. Today, no one dares broadcast threats toward Earth, because everyone remembers the silence after Arden Prime, and the fury that followed it. Humanity didn't just defend itself. It answered, with the kind of wrath the galaxy had hoped was buried forever. But some things, some instincts, are never truly gone.